have Dr. Evan and Dr. Darren coming to you from the mural alleyway in the RINo Art District in downtown Denver. Evan here, just graduated from Logan College of Chiropractic. Stress of opening a practice, and so I'm certain that when he goes face down, we're going to actually sense and be able to palpate the stress and a higher tone in his system. We'll see. We're not dropping in any ideas yet or expectations, and so we will be serving him with that knowledge, and we'll see how that plays out. Sounds good? Let's do it. Also of note, Evan just joined Kairos Business Mastery, so he's going to be learning a lot of the business principles that have come out of working at the source. So if you take a look from behind the table here, you can see that his right pelvis is already rocked way off of the table on the right side, potentially indicating a PI ilium or potential involvement with the sacrum. If you want to put your hands down the side for me, please. Cool. Take a nice big breath into your chest. All the way out. Breath in. All the way out. So this is a great motion palpation test for sacroiliac joint function. Typically what you want to see is the sacrum and pelvis moving in a 45-degree angle. That's the plane line of the joint. But what we see on this right side is a directly lateral motion from his right pelvis, indicating dysfunction in his SI joint. So sensing heavy compression in his TL junction, his thoraco-lumbar junction, which can be very typical of students as well as people who sit a lot at work. This is where the curves change from the lumbar spine to the thoracic spine. You have a lordosis into a kyphosis, and areas of curve change take on a lot of that load. High right occiput, low left occiput. So some first rib involvement. Take one more breath right up here for me, Evan. All the way out. So sure enough, so typically you can tell a rib is subluxated when it elevates and then it doesn't fall back down. So there's a superior subluxation happening at Evan's first rib here on this right side. So we're gonna make an adjustment on that one first. So let your head pivot over. Right there. Right there. The tone of a first rib is typically higher pitched. And sure enough, I sensed that higher pitched. It wasn't like a deep clunk like you would hear with an occiput. It was more of a higher tone. All right, we'll do that anterior dorsal, Evan. Let's get this right pelvis where it needs to be. Show me on this side. Elbow to elbow. face up for me. Nice. So notice this. Internal rotation on left hip, internal rotation on right hip. There's a definite difference there. So let's clear that for him. So we're going to clear all the way up the chain through the hip. So take this arm. We're going to bring his hip into internal rotation and then discharge the entire chain. So now, same. Whereas before it was here, now it goes to here. Awesome. Let's come see it for me, Evan. Take a breath right here for me. So bend slightly forward. Kind of fall over into me. There you go, I got you. Let this drop towards the table. Nice. Breath in, all the way out. Nice. Now let that air go in. When you adjust the TL junction, T10, 11, and 12, that's right where the diaphragm attaches. So the urge that people typically have when that adjustment takes place is because the diaphragm can actually go up and down like it's meant to. So just upon palpation, coming off inferior rim of occiput onto atlas, I can feel the posterior rim of the atlas on the right side, slightly posterior rotated. Okay. Anterior dysfunction on the right side at C6, posterior dysfunction at C6 on the left. So this is a bilateral adjustment. You're gonna hear it go through both sides. Bring those knees up for me, Evan, please. Awesome. See his breath originating down here now? It started, before we started, it was starting up here and traveling down. Now it starts here and it's traveling up. So just by virtue of him belly breathing now, we know that his diaphragm is actually working properly. So atlas, lightest bone, highest tone in the body. So it's connected to a different part on my adjusting hand here. So let that head fall, Evan, right there. Nice. One of the greatest ways the body can reorganize is through breath. Internal movement. But sometimes it takes the momentum and the energy of an outside force to make those start to happen. Yeah, those are good. All right, sir. Your lights are on. Yeah, buddy. Go, man.